I am so sick of this cost of living stuff. Honestly, I've just been doing my food shop. Normally I would go to Aldi, but my anxiety's too high today and I just can't cope with having stuff launched at me or feeling like everyone's staring at me while I try and get a food shop for 6 people through the checkout. So I went to Tesco so that I could do scan as you shop, and I actually felt physically ill the whole way round with the price of stuff. I literally thought I'm just going to spew in the middle of this floor. And I was embarrassed because I thought people are going to look at me thinking that something pure traumatic's just happened to me, because I just felt like I couldn't concentrate and I could feel myself starting to get upset, and it was just trying to pick things up and actually justify putting them in my trolley. I picked up a £3 Tresemme hair conditioner. Before anyone says anything to me about being in the car, my engine's off. I picked up a Tresemme £3 hair conditioner, which is a huge bottle, right? And I put it back down because I thought I can't justify this. I can't justify £3 on some conditioner for my hair. I'm going to have to get the stuff for £1 that leaves your hair in pure rat's tails. That isn't right. That's not right. There's so many things that I thought, oh, my kids will want that, or when I get home they'll ask, did I get that? That I couldn't pick up because instead of being £1, they were £1.50. And I don't know what's going on with Tesco, but you need to get your act together because some of the prices were a joke. I just want to be able to get the basics, that's all. I'm not fucking asking for a mansion. I'm not asking for, and I know there's people worse off than me, I know there is, and I hate that. I wish that this is as bad as it actually got, but I know it could get worse. But I just want to be able to get my kids the stuff that they enjoy. Not all of it, I don't want to be spoiled about it, but when you feel like you can't pick up a pack of yogurt because you're only getting like 8 for £1, do you know what I mean? It's just that the intricate way that you're having to think into stuff now. I never felt like this a few years ago, and I was probably worse off then than I am now. I would just put stuff in the trolley to an extent, and I wouldn't buy the most expensive stuff, but I wouldn't kick myself over a £3 hair conditioner. How long's this even supposed to go on for before something's done about it? It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. Like, parents and people who are struggling just want to be able to feed their family. They just want the basics, that's all. We're not. This video is not going to be for little ears, so if you've got kids around you, maybe turn the volume down or save and come back later. I'm just curious as to how we're all planning on making Christmas happen. Everything's got so expensive. I think we should just call a spade and call this cost of living crisis a cost of surviving crisis, because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not living. I'm surviving, like just barely. We've got 4 kids and just, I mean, I can't even buy clothes for myself to be warm. Can't afford to put my heating on. Really need a winter wardrobe, but it's so expensive. Like, how are we even supposed to begin to make Christmas happen and make it look how it normally looks? Is it going to get to a point where we're going to have to tell our kids the truth about Christmas and about where these things come from? Are we going to have to say mum and dad are in control of this, or whatever your family dynamic is, and we can't make it happen this year? Because I don't want my kids thinking, oh, what have I not been good? Like, what's happening? Now, we do tell the kids that we send money to Santa for the toys, but I know everybody approaches that kind of differently. But yeah, like, it's so hard once you've already set the bar, once your kids are, and it's not everything, presents aren't everything, but when you're a child, you've already set that bar and your kids are writing Santa lists and all that, and I'm looking at these lists thinking, I mean, where's it going to come from? Where is it going to come from? Rents went up, food's went up, gas and electricity, fuel, literally everything. Like, my food shop is at least £20 a week more expensive than it used to be. And I mean, that's even with me cutting back, like shopping at Asda or getting the essentials range. How am I supposed to make this happen when all your money is consumed by bills? And even at that, sometimes it's a case of bill roulette and whoever gets it first can have it. And then you're constantly playing catch up with double payments and payment plans and all of this stuff. Like, I just don't. Everything's getting more expensive, but no one's got any extra money to cover it. So if we can't cover the basics, like food and clothes and travel and heating, like I can't even put my heating on because I'm nervous at how much it's going to cost. How are we supposed to do all the extra stuff that makes us actually live and makes memories and makes... Money doesn't buy happiness, but sure as hell buys opportunities. I just wanted to address this comment and also another one about, well, why have you got 4 kids? Really, it's nobody's business why anyone has any number of kids. Certainly in Scotland there's a 2-child limit, so you can only get benefits for your first 2 kids. Anything after that, you're on your own, which I understand. So just in case anyone thought it was a let's pop out loads of kids to get benefits type situation, not the case. There's many people that have big families. There's blended families, which we actually are. So we both had kids, we both had a child each already coming into this relationship, and then we've had 2 together. There are people who have maybe, they're married for years or whatever and they have 3 kids, then they meet someone else after they are single or whatever, and they then have 3 kids, and now there's 6 of them. And they'll get people going, well, why would you have 6 kids? As if they've just decided to have this massive family. You can only play the cards that you're dealt. And I don't understand why we should all be sticking together now. That video was like me asking what people are planning on doing, but also there's strength in numbers. So if we don't talk about this stuff, there's people who are going to feel alone. They're going to feel like they're the only one in this situation and everyone else must be doing great because no one's talking about it. So am I the only one who feels like a failure because I can't sort Christmas out? Who wants that? We're all supposed to be sticking by each other. This is a time that, certainly in my lifetime, I'm 30 years old, I've never experienced it being this bad. So there's no point in throwing out judgments of, why are you doing this? Why have you got that? Oh, it's not that difficult. Oh, you can definitely afford to do that. Your situation doesn't negate someone else's situation. That's great for you if you can eat no bother and put your heating on. I'm so happy for you. I wish that was the same for everyone, but it's not. And you can't essentially gaslight people and tell them, oh, but you can do this and you can do that. I'm not saying that we're all starving. I'm not saying that I can't, like, my kids are fed every day. And yeah, I can put the heating on, but it's going to cost me. And it's going to be expensive. So I'm picking my battles and putting it on when I feel like it's really necessary. Whereas a couple of years ago I would have just flung it on if I was feeling a bit cold. Whereas now I'm more likely to layer up and put blankets and stuff on. We just can't be judging each other. We can't be doing this. And saying to people, why have you got that many kids? I actually asked to be sterilised 3 times. 3 times I was refused because I'm under 30. And the little guy that's in my arms right now, I fell pregnant with him on the coil, which is supposed to last you for 5 years. And I was given that because I was told I couldn't get sterilised. So that was the next best option. So